Let it brown slightly on the bottom. And here I have 200 grams of ground pork. And if you can grind it twice in the machine, it's even better. Here, about the same amount of cabbage cut like this, and I'll put it in the food processor. You can also use a blender, or just cut it with a knife, no problem. I'm doing it this way here to make it faster. The smaller you cut the cabbage, the better. It needs to be this way. The smaller, the better. Add the meat. 1 big clove of garlic. Just grate it. I prefer it this way instead of chopping, but you can chop it with a knife into small pieces. I like to do it this way to get a stronger flavor. Now add the same amount of ginger. You can grate them together. We'll mix everything there with the meat and cabbage. Garlic. Done. Now just mix it together. And now the green onion, about this amount. Altogether, it's going to be about 3 large stalks. Cut it very small. Cut. And now let's add the meat cut. If you have nira, it's even better because nira gives a really special flavor, which is Chinese chives. I didn't have any right now, but regular chives will do the trick. 1 level teaspoon of salt. Half a teaspoon of black pepper. 1 teaspoon of soy sauce. 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil. 1 teaspoon of sake. If you don't have sake, you can use cachaça. Now just mix everything very well. It has to look like this, well mixed, really nice, really colorful, and now let's get it ready. And here I have this gyoza dough. You can notice that it's kind of oval, not perfectly round. This one is Korean. You can use whatever dough you want or make it at home. I have a video back there explaining how to make the dough at home. And use this Japanese tamagoyaki pan to make that Japanese omelet. If you don't have it, you can use another type of pan too, but it needs to be a little deep on the edges. You need to have just a little bit of oil ready. Spread it well. And set it aside here. And this recipe is for those who don't have much skill in folding gyoza. It's a really easy way that I use here at home. Let's fill it in here. Put our meat in red, put ruberti. And do it like this, look. Just that. Close the tip a bit. It will look like this, and you just put it here in our pan. It's a very practical, very quick way that even my son can do. You don't need to have that skill, right, to keep closing the dough, which is what takes the most work, but it's not that hard either. Closed it here on the edge. All done. I managed to fit 5 pieces in this pot. If you have trouble sealing the edge here, just wet your fingertip a little, run it along the dough, and seal it. Low heat. When you start to hear the sizzling sound, we'll add water and cover it with aluminum foil. It began sizzling, indicating it started frying. Add water, but be careful not to pour it inside the gyoza. Cover with aluminum foil. You can even put a lid on top and we'll leave it until the water dries up. Don't worry, as long as you hear this sound of boiling water, it's not ready yet. When you start to hear the frying sound, you can open it and take a look. Here. Now just let this water dry up and we'll let it brown a little on the bottom. And here you just turn it off. Let's take it out with the spatula. A soy sauce, a gyoza, really easy to make. It turns out just like the original.